The Body Shop connects you with the hottest fitness models in the world. Learn the backstage secrets that most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competition and land on the covers of magazines. Only here at the Body Shop will we allow you to listen and talk to the best in fitness competition. If you're passionate about bodybuilding and fitness, you have found your new home. All of us here at FTNS Radio would like to welcome you to the Body Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your host, Andre Brick St. Clair.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brian Cano, and I'm stepping in for Andre Brick St. Clair tonight. And I have a special guest with me, and it must be a special night. Maybe it's close to Christmas. Armal, is it close to Christmas?
It is.
You have a little present there, don't you?
I know, thank you.
You want to open your present?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Hope everybody has a happy holidays.
Oh, nice.
There's a little coconut juice.
Really? No, it's a good coconut.
Some good coconut juice right there.
Nice. Thank you, Brian.
No problem. So, we're on the Body Shop. We're talking to fitness models and bodybuilders and special fitness people. And making his way down to the audience today, our in-studio, my co-host today, and my special guest, Mr. Tewell Lamando Trow. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
What are you doing?
Super producer Earl Ma, how you been?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
You ready for Christmas?
No.
No? You're not ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah.
But
you ready to eat?
Yeah, you kidding? Wait for all that good home cooking, all that food, going over to the houses and getting everybody else's food. I ain't cooking Christmas.
You're not cooking?
Nah, man.
Just eat everybody else's food?
Yeah, man.
All right. What do you have? A little lasagna? A little turkey? Chicken? Not chicken.
Yeah, man. Gotta have some chicken.
Chicken.
Gotta have some chicken.
Chicken and a sweet potato.
Gotta have the candied yams and, and gotta have all the trimmings, the cranberries, everything.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese. Everybody loves macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, so I've been working out extra hard, so when that time comes to eat,
yeah,
the muscle will be there to burn up all the food.
You probably weigh yourself in the morning Christmas Day and then weighs himself at night on Christmas
Eve. On, man. Come on, man. You know we bodybuilders are scared to get on the scale. Like, oh.
No, you're the only person I know that gets happy and calls me up every time he gains a pound. Guess what, B? Guess what? I weigh 187.
Man, you know how hard
187.
You know how hard it is for an ectomorph to put on a pound.
So what do you weigh today?
I'm tipping the scales now at 185 and a half pounds.
All right, and that was this morning?
No, man.
5 minutes ago?
No, man. That was yesterday.
Oh, man. You need a portable scale just to put in like a backpack so he could just, every time he eats something, he just steps on it.
Nah, man, because then everybody will think, oh, gosh, he has scale-itis. He got to carry a scale with him.
He should get scales made for his sneakers. So automatically, he just looks, I'm weighing 187.
That's a great idea.
Good idea. You like that? Wow. Scales in your sneakers. We could call it the T-Wells.
Oh, man.
Total weight.
Total weight. That's a good one. Hey, it does have
Look at that. Look at that.
Hey.
You better copyright this stuff.
Oh. Yes.
So what do you eat today?
Well, actually, right now, I've eaten. What do I have?
A steak.
No, I ain't have a steak. No, I have
a piece of chicken.
I had some chicken.
Some turkey.
No turkey.
Egg whites.
Had some egg whites.
Protein powder.
Yeah, definitely that.
Cottage cheese.
NO Explode.
NO Explode.
Yeah.
Whey protein.
No.
No whey protein.
No whey protein.
Milk.
Of course.
All right. Well, so what are you doing now? You're training, you're trying to get big. You're
Yeah.
50 what?
51.
51 years old. Still trying to build muscle, see?
Wow.
Still can
not
do
stopping.
it. Still can do it because your show last year was the heaviest I've ever weighed
Okay.
for a competition, and that kind of like blew me away. I was like, wow, because you remember the year before that, so I freaked out when I was down to like 160 something pounds.
You know, he comes to the weigh-in and he gets himself on the scale. Now, the thing is, the scales we use, you're not always on the same scale. So if he's, over here training at LA Fitness down in Delaware, comes all the way to Connecticut and steps on this little scale for a pre-show, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He should just close his eyes when we don't tell him.
But last year actually was like the heaviest I've ever weighed for a competition, and was able to, because the prior years before that, my face looked all drawn out.
Yeah.
And when you told me like last year 174, I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So this year I've actually really worked harder on my nutrition part of my workouts, as far as getting my body prepared for the next show.
Right.
Trying to put on some more size, so when I do go on my diet, I could drop down to like maybe a sub 180 or like a mid-range 175 to like maybe about 178.
Well, that's a really good thing that you're doing, because, a lot of people, they like 12 weeks out decide, I think I want to do a bodybuilding show. It's 12 weeks to the show. Let me just start a diet today.
Right.
It's like, you're only going to be, you're going to burn some fat. You're going to get yourself lean. Yeah, could you do it in 12 weeks? There's people that could do it in 6.
Exactly.
But doesn't mean you're going to be at your best if the rest of that year you didn't really do anything towards it, And anybody could put on and come on with 10 solid pounds of muscle from one year to the next is amazing, because how many years can you do that in a row? I mean, if you could do that, everybody would be a super giant,
Exactly. So, and I also credit it, with you also giving me some tips on how to do that. You would see me, like, I'm frazzled a little bit because, I've always wanted to come in like about 170 so I can look a little bit more fuller when I go into the open class.
Right.
And I've noticed that year that helped me out a lot. Also in the Masters, I don't want to look, okay, here I am 160, but I don't look full, but I've looked more fuller than I've ever been.
Yeah, we talk about classes too. There's always been a lot of people. I'll always get emails from like a first timer or somebody. Is there a special class for this age group? And we've had the over 50s. You've been in it, and then now we just take the class out, because if we're having over 50 and there's less than 5 guys, then it's like, you know what, we got to take this class away, because it's not worth the trophies and the time.
And somebody's gonna walk away with a trophy or 2 trophies, and it's like it's no competition.
But not only, absolutely. Everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody wants a few pieces of hardware to take home and be like, look what I did, But at the same point, it's like, you want to focus on yourself and being really good. You want to put yourself in a competitive arena. So if you're in a class that's over 40, and yet you're 51, and you go in there and you clean up, now you really did something, because you're going in a group of guys who are ready. They're preparing for the show, and they're going to look good. Also, the thing is, you're putting yourself in front of an audience of people, and when you're putting yourself in front of an audience, you have to understand that audience also wants to look up there and see the quality guys, and you want to see the top notch of people. And if there is a class of 50, there's only 3 guys in it, they don't have to train.
No.
Anybody can walk up there. You could pull somebody out of the audience, they're 4th place.
And the thing I'm looking at that is, it's like, okay, here I am 51, but the competition, and I'm looking at them like, if they're in my age group, and I'm like, dudes, y'all didn't have to train. I'm like, come on, you're making this too easy.
Yeah.
I want competition. It's like some of the guys I know now that are coming up in the Masters, like the young 35 to 40 or the 40-year-olds. Those guys are really starting to get really tough.
Well, they should be, and that's the thing, age shouldn't mean that over a certain age, especially, in bodybuilding, there's always been this thing of a masters group of 35 and over, and it was that way for years. Then it ended up being 40. Or ended up being 50 for a grandmasters, but it's like, if these guys have been in the game for a while, they should be fantastic.
Exactly.
The body conditioning could be that much better of the density of their muscle.
Exactly.
And how good they could be. Will you see a guy who's who's had a lot of weight on and come down, and his skin may not tighten completely underneath his belly button. Yeah, but that's not going to be something that's going to knock somebody out. I mean, if they're like the rest of their skin is like cellophane, and it's just like they're ultra in sick condition, and I've seen that before. You know, these guys just, they know their bodies, they know how to get in shape. Hey, they've had, I mean, they're older, they should know, they're more experienced.
And I've noticed that some of the guys, it's like, I try to tell some of the younger competition I try to bring up to the show, like, yo, come on, compete.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my first time, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, look, going to the open and going to the novice, you're going to learn something. Even if you don't place, you're still going to learn something. But I try to tell them the key is, some guy, you guys think I'm in the most terrific condition that you've seen. Some guy could come in, might not be as conditioned as I am, but might blow me away in opposing. Plain and simple. That's like, you know, I tell them, if you get your poses down or whatever and the judges see that, you got it.
Well, it should be a personal goal of people too. You know, you're going in and you're competing in, you know, fitness bodybuilding show. I mean, you know, it should be a personal experience.
Exactly. And
you know, I've been to a lot of shows and I get bored a lot of times, you know, going to them because, you know, if you go to one and you go to the next one. I mean, there is a lot. You know, it's like if you're into golf and you just want to play in tournaments, it's fine. You know, you just go to a bunch and you can play more recreational as a hobby. You know, but, you know, every once in a while there's the big one. You know, there's the one that's special. There's the one that has a little bit more pizzazz to it. You know, more spectators come and there's, you know, chances of you know, prizes and endorsements and things like that. You know, it's bodybuilding isn't just a regular hobby like going bowling or something, you know?
No, it's a lifestyle. It's like I try to tell some people, like, oh, you go to the gym all the time, blah, 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 this and that. And I tell them, say, look, this is a lifestyle.
Well, you know, there's the thing of, you know, you compete every year. You've been competing in the show every year for a while, and you can see the progress of yourself and your physique over that span of time, you know? But if you jumped around and instead of doing for the past 5 years doing the same show and having that great experience and coming back and trying to better yourself, if you just bounced around and did 20 little shows, how do you really know your progress?
Exactly.
If you're bouncing around and you're in these different groups, and there are going to be times you're going to be good in groups of guys of 2 guys in your class, or you're in a group of guys of 10 guys in your class. How do you really judge yourself based on those experiences? If you're with 2 guys and you win, you're going with 10 guys you don't place in the top 5, and it's like, what are these people like? What's the progress of what they're trying to accomplish? Like, are they accomplishing anything or just collecting trophies?
Now, I've noticed that the last 2 years that I've been in the open, I've noticed I progressed. Year before last, I was in 5th.
Yeah.
This year, 4th.
Right.
It's like, okay, gotta work a little hard. I want number 1.
Yeah.
I want number 1. And those young guys, man, they make me work hard.
Right.
And I'm loving it.
All right, well, Lamando, we're going to take here a little commercial break here on FTNS, and we're going to come right back and we'll talk a little bit about what you're going to do. What you're going to do in this year, 2012.
Are you kidding?
All right?
Yeah,
we'll be right back. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with The Body Shop on FTNS Radio, and I am here with my special guest, the founder of Scale Shoes, T-Well, Lamando T-Well, Total Weight Shoes.
Oh,
they
man.
tell you what you weigh every time you stand up.
Yeah, the numbers roll right up on the daggone front.
He just keeps sitting down. He keeps sitting down. He doesn't want to know. And he stands up. Sits down, stands up. Sit down, stands up. But if you keep doing that, guess what? You keep losing weight.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
because
I'm
you're
up a couple
exercising.
pounds.
So you're defeating the purpose.
Man.
You didn't expect that one, right?
Nah, man, no.
But you're loving it.
I'll just have to carry, a supply of food with
He's
me.
going to get home. He's going to try to figure out how to do it. He's going to develop these special sneakers with the scales in them. So what's up, man? 2012, what are you going to do now? You got to eat more calories.
That's a definite. Yeah, I am. I have through this year have been like really concentrating on my diet, packing on more calories, also supplementing due to my work field. I can't like really eat like small 6 meals a day, so I have to improvise and eat.
Well, yeah, I
three
mean,
big
we could
ones.
definitely tell people, what you do for a living. I mean, you drive a coach bus,
Yeah,
right?
drive a bus. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm a bus operator and also drive a motor coach on the side. So it's the funny thing of it is, this is what's going to make you guys laugh. Okay, now when I drive my regular transit bus, I got time to eat.
Right.
But when I'm on a motor coach
Oh, there's no stopping.
and I get to where I got to go with the get
You're
to the
taking
destination.
people on a trip for what, 8-10 hours, right?
Yeah,
These-
so
these
once
road trips.
So once I park the vehicle,
Yeah.
I'm on my iPhone. Thank God for these. I tell you, these are the greatest things. Pull it up and look for nearest restaurants or diners. So I definitely I look for a place that's going to have real good nutritious food for me to eat.
Right.
So
Diners are really good. You can
They
eat
are.
whatever you want in a diner.
They are. And the funny thing of it is because of that reputation I done got, I have, I've gained. It's like most of the operators, when we all get together, all right, T-Well, where we going at?
Right,
Go to the
right.
meat fort. You're the most healthy guy here, so we know you're going to go someplace where it's, good, wholesome food. I said,
Right.
yeah, that's right.
Well, when you're on the road, there's so many people that are probably used to just fast food, the McDonald's, the Wendy's, the Burger King, it's like,
I don't even want to talk about them food.
yeah, they don't even sit right with people's stomach. I can't imagine being on the road that long and having to eat that and then go back and finish that day of that trip. That's going to be another 5-6 hours in driving one of these tour buses. How could I wouldn't even want to know what my stomach's going to feel like. It's awful,
My youngest son right now, he's 12.
Yeah.
He's looking at me in my face already. But I was so proud of him when he told me, he said, Dad, I don't eat McDonald's foods no more.
Right.
I almost dropped my phone. I said, you what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't mess with McDonald's foods no more, so I'm glad.
Well, it's like, everybody's on the kick, too. I mean, yeah, if you go to Subway, you can eat like a turkey sandwich, but still on wheat bread. I mean, if you're training for a show like this, too, you're going to be eating more like rice and potatoes and, chicken breast and
I
stuff,
don't even want to talk about the rice part. I tried the brown rice finally. Oh, my gosh.
Couldn't do it?
I'm just dreading when it's time for me to come to diet. I'm just dreading when it's time for me to diet because I still have this brown rice. I thought you could eat that every day. No, it's for you when you go on your diet when you're short. I said, oh, that's when? Cool. I'll put it right back up.
You don't like it?
I can't. It's the taste because it's so wholesome, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I can't do it.
You mix anything in it, I mean, God, I've always been big on salsa. I put salsa on everything. Put it on chicken, makes it taste great. Put it on rice, makes it taste great. Put it on your egg whites, makes it taste great.
Look, I tried brown rice with my famous homemade gravy. It still didn't work.
But hot sauce. You like hot sauce?
That's on chicken, man.
Yeah, but throw the chicken in the rice and cut it up, mix it all up in a big mush.
If that's the case, I'll put it in a blender.
Yeah. I've seen people do that before. It's kind of gross. I've seen a guy do that before.
30 pounds.
Man, so he blends all of his food?
He blends chicken, frozen chicken.
Yeah.
Frozen chicken.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, that is gross right there.
Yeah,
I can see the eggs. I do the eggs, but
Yeah, no, not for me. I've always liked it, I mean, I remember, seeing one of the first guys I've seen diet for a show was back at Gold's Gym in Milford, and I remember, this guy's name was Kim. He was an Oriental guy, and I just remember it so clearly. I mean, he was microwaving his food, training for a show. You know, he has T. Michael shirt on. He had, all his gear with him, and sitting there, at the juice bar, waiting for his food to come out. He had his fork in one hand, knife in the other hand.
Right.
They give him this Tupperware. He takes the top off it. I was like, man, this guy's eating like a king. It's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. He's eating like fish steamed with rice and vegetables.
Okay.
I'm like, man, I never saw anybody eat like this.
Right.
I'm used to people having a turkey sandwich.
Okay.
A little yogurt on the side or something, a little snack snack pack. This guy was tearing it up. I'm like, man, he's eating like a king. And that's kind of always how I've had this perception of it. People are like, I can't wait to die for the show. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go through it again. But I'm like, you know what? That's when you eat your best wholesome meals. Your best square meals. You got your vegetables, your fibrous carbs, you got your protein.
Yeah.
It's all balanced out.
Exactly.
You eat every 3 hours, you feel the best you've ever felt. Like people feel so good when they're eating right and for a show.
It does.
And then they can't wait to get off it and go eat junk food, and it doesn't. It's kind of weird,
the
and
funny
they don't
thing of
feel
it
as good.
The funny thing of it is, I don't eat junk food. It's basically I just eat my balanced diet.
Yeah.
And it's just that with me, I just cut more. I cut my carbs definitely in half.
Yeah.
Because before a show, I'm eating a lot of pasta here and there, or I'm eating like a baked potato like almost every night.
Yeah.
With my meal, constitutes part of my regular meal. But when it comes showtime, the potatoes are gone.
Right.
The pasta's gone.
Yeah.
I treat myself to one pizza a week that's gone.
A whole pizza or a sliced pizza?
No, I'm
whole pizza.
I'm talking about at least half a pizza because I share it with everybody else.
Okay.
But it's like getting that first bite. Okay, this is intermission.
Yeah.
You can come back to do the night show. You play I see guys go out there, and some of the gals.
Yeah. They can't wait.
But they forget.
Right.
You got to do your show at night. When you come back, you're still going to look bloated.
Yeah.
I'm still chugging down my water, and I'll go but so far. Rotisserie chicken, some rice. By the time the show gets there at night, I'm still hungry.
Yeah. I'm
just waiting until everything is over so I can get that ziti or big slice of pizza.
Right.
But this year, I've been really focused on my supplementation with the protein. I'm doing my cycle 2 months on, 2 months off. And for the listeners out there, it's very important that you do remember that, because you have to give those 2 months off to let your kidneys recover.
From what, all that protein shakes you did? Down?
Exactly. Because a friend of mine, he asked me everything about bodybuilding or working out, but he forgot to ask me about doing the protein shakes, and he did them continuously for almost a whole year or something like that, and he had problems with the kidneys. I said, you asked me all these questions, but you didn't ask me the main one about about your supplementation. I would have told you it's 2 months on, 2 months off, and between that, while you're on it, you still have to drink more water than what you normally would take in anyway.
Yeah.
To help flush your kidneys.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially with a job like yours, you want to, try to supplement your protein stuff. For anybody that's able to eat chicken, turkey, fish, or egg whites, throughout, through every 3 hours, that's good too. More solid foods. I always remember that, like, a guy I know used to talk about protein powder, and he used to call it dust. You drink that dust. It's like, and you think about it, that always sticks in my mind. Who wants to drink a bunch of dust? Some people act like it's so much important, but it is a supplementation, meaning that if you can't get your protein in, then you have that
exactly.
Instead, so it's like you don't even have to have it consistent basis. You keep it stocked away for when you're stuck and you can't get a meal in.
Exactly.
And then you have that instead,
Exactly.
But, protein powder is made from things that were protein.
Exactly.
It's whey protein, or it's made from milk and egg, or it's made from something. So, it's just like this freeze-dried stuff in a bucket.
If you mix it with the right thing that you're supposed to, it'll be fine. It's like some people mix it with skim milk, some people mix it with juice, some people mix it with water. Me, I mix it with whole milk because I'm trying to get as much out of it as possible. And by my body type being an ectomorph, being a hard gainer, and since I've done added more mass and muscle to my frame, as they say, the more muscle you add, the faster metabolism picks up the burn.
Right.
And I have to have something so my metabolism won't be burning up my muscles.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go with those shoes again.
So yeah, it's I've really noticed a difference as far as, this year.
What are you doing for your training? I'll tell you, most of the stuff I talk about, most of the stuff on my website, most of the books I write, everything's always about nutrition because that's the basics of everything. If you're not eating enough calories, no matter what you do, you're not going to see results. There's going to be no change. Nothing's going to happen. But people do overtrain. They get into training. But I'm not so big on overtraining as long as you're not under eating. That's
Exactly.
kind of like the combination of what you really want to take a look for. You want to gain, you need to eat those extra calories. But are you cutting back on your workouts, or are you doing more? What are you doing?
No, I've been adding new twists to my routines. It's my burnout routine. Some of the guys at the gym look at me like they scratch their heads like, God, man, I don't see how you could do that.
Right.
I have a pyramid routine for burnout for chest that is like totally wicked.
Do you like a lot of burnouts, and what's that, like drop sets, supersets? What do you call them?
Well, the flat bench alone,
Yeah.
I maintain for 12 sets with 2 1/4. Then I start doing drop sets, 4 sets each, dropping just 5 pounds.
So you're training
down.
like a volume type of training. You're doing a lot of repetitions in your workout. You're not necessarily
on my burnout days
trying to do 315 and up for 6 or 4. You're going more high reps and volume.
That's on my burnout days, but my heavy days, I'm doing at least about 275 at the most. I'm trying to get back to 315, but that's going to take time. And as for the listeners, if you drop or you lost that size or whatever, remember this: MHM. Muscle has memory. You want to get that back, but take your time. Train hard, but train smart. It's going to come back. Just have to take your time to get it back. I used to throw up 275 for like 3 or 4 reps. I'm only getting 1, but it's better than not getting it at all. So I'm really taking my time to get that back. But I notice my size is still coming on.
What's your best body part, your favorite to train?
My best body part, favorite to
You talked
train?
about chest, so maybe it's chest. What do you think?
Nah. I love my legs, man.
Do you?
Because it's so hard to put size on these chicken things, man. So I got to really
So you love one of your lacking body parts.
Yeah.
All right.
The weaknesses, the weak points.
Most people
The weak
kind of
points.
cater to the body part that's easier to train. You don't.
No.
Okay.
I try to kill my legs every time I go to the gym.
What do you like? Do you like squats or leg press?
Both.
Okay. You do them both in one workout?
I do them both in one workout.
Do you have a hack squat machine in your gym?
I have a hack squat too.
Do you? Okay. Now, hack squat's not as popular as it was a few years back.
No, because
You know?
the thing of
I
it
don't
is,
think a lot of companies make a hack squat anymore. I don't think here Life Fitness makes one. Or
I see Icarin still makes it.
Icarin, right?
Yeah, but
and, Icarian, and
yeah.
Icarian was bought out by Precor, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, we've had one of those in my old gym. What else do you like? Do you do lunges?
I do the extensions. I'll do my extensions. I'll do my hamstring curls. Then I'll go right on to the squats.
Yeah.
Then I'll do the squat presses, and then I'll do the presses, and then I'll do the lunges.
Okay. You do stiff-legged deadlifts ever?
Not like I used to.
Yeah. It's kind of an old school exercise.
But the thing of it is, what I'm going to do is like every now and then I'll throw a twist in it. I'll drop one leg exercise and substitute it with another.
Right. Do you do single leg curls?
No, not like I used to.
Yeah.
But I'm getting back into
I
that
always
too.
liked single leg curls. I did when I was working out with this one guy, Claudio Mancuso. He was a former Miss Connecticut. He was really good. The best hamstrings I've ever seen on anybody. I mean, just sick. I mean, his hamstrings stuck out further than his butt. I mean, it was like he'd be. I mean, he was just a guy that would just do like the the Gauntlet Stairmaster, the big one. He would just do that, and like people would look and go, whoa. He was a former cook, at an Italian restaurant and stuff, and he went full on into bodybuilding, and that was all he did. And I trained with him for a year. And the one thing we would do is we would do hamstrings first before quads, and it always warmed up our legs a lot, So we would start off with lying leg curls. We'd warm up a little bit and then hit like 4 sets on that, and then from there we'd do single leg curls. And then we would do the stiff-legged deadlift. So you're talking like 3 major exercises, 4 sets each,
Right.
And it was very different because nobody really spends that time on that part of your leg. But as you know, in bodybuilding, when you're in any side type of pose, the one really thing that you do that makes your leg look super big is you squash your hamstring against your other quad, and it pops your whole leg out, and it looks so much more massive. So, another thing, it really warms you up too. When so many people train their hamstrings after they've done all their squats and leg presses and everything, and they're already exhausted. So it's kind of like, let's blow through this. We kind of got to do the back of the leg too.
I try to tell them.
And to do it first, it warms everything up.
That's what I tell myself. You start out with your, I always start out with my extensions first to get the quad warmed up, the joint warmed. Then I go and blow my hamstrings away.
Yeah.
And then I'll start my squats, all the other
we did lying leg curls, single leg curls, one at a time. And we did them hard. You don't see many people do single leg curls and kind of rack a machine. We used to. That's how we trained it. And then, stiff-legged deadlifts where we wore the hand wraps, and we did both our hands in front instead of one alternating the other like a regular deadlift.
Yeah. Where
it's bodybuilding, you do pretty much your hands forward, and you wrap the bar. You're not afraid of wraps. You're not looking to do the whole thing. It's not powerlifting. So you're doing that, and we would step on a bench, and do them off of some type of. You really don't see them in gyms anymore, but they used to have these little platforms you'd stand on, and the bar was on there too, so you could do. It was like basically a platform,
right?
For
something like donkey presses almost.
It was just a platform with a bar that held the barbell in it, and you never see them around anymore. But it was a great piece, and that was all it was for, is standing on it and going over the edge.
The one that
I always would stretch down further with the bar than my toes. So when I stepped forward, my toes came off this box.
Right.
And I would take the barbell like shoulder width and lean forward with it. And at the same time kick my butt back, so as far back as I could and as far forward as I could, and put the bar in front of my toes. So it didn't just like you see a lot of guys do stiff-legged deadlifts. They hit their toes and come back up, hit their toes and come back up. This was you went down even further than your toes and put the bar in front of you, and you really got a really
good
long stretch in your hamstrings. Now from there we would start squatting. So we would start off with 135, 225, 315, 405, and when we were up to 405, we're doing like 8 reps too, and I would go all the way to the floor. People would look at me like I've squatted 500 for 2 and went all the way down. And when I went all the way down, these guys who were spotted, they didn't think I was coming back up. They're like, "Yo, you're crazy."
But do you know which machine that I really missed that Gold's Gym had? It was the machine for your legs, where you could just lay right up under it. Your back is protected.
A vertical leg press.
Vertical leg press. Oh,
you cannot find those. That's
that. Oh,
vertical leg press.
You gonna blow your legs away with that.
Well, yeah. That's a scary machine. That's pretty crazy. I think I've only saw one in the gym at one time. See that? You see a vertical leg press anywhere?
Yes.
Right over your body.
Gold's Gym has it.
That's what I said. Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I got
missed that, man.
Everything.
Lay flat on the ground.
Oh, your back. Yeah. Yes, I missed that. Oh man, I missed that.
Well, we'll talk about some other contortionist exercises for you. You can stand on your head and push your legs up. We're going to get you doing that next. But right now, we'll take a commercial break.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back at FTNS.
such ease, but he always forgets the book. Don't believe me? Ask his friend Moses. He signed his yearbook. Yes. Better, brother. See something that I deal with every single day, every day. Wow, dude, I told you how it was. I pulled some trucks, right? Listen, you did some yoga with us. You did some yoga. Yeah, you had a fast joke. You're a powerlifter. But Cedric, I gotta give Brendan a look. He is one of the few powerlifters I gotta say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Body Shop. This is Brian Canone, and I'm here with my special guest, T-Well. What's up, T-Well?
You got it, man. You got it. Just hanging loose.
You're talking about training legs. You're getting excited.
Oh man, yeah. You kidding? Because a lot of us, like in the early stages of bodybuilding and training, it's like, I dread doing legs.
Question for you: do you wear a weight belt?
Protect my back?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I really don't see weight belts in the gym anymore.
Yes, I do.
Don't see them. It's the oddest thing. You wear a weight belt, Jamal? No? Okay. We used to. I used to. I had a weight belt. Do you have your name on the back of the?
Yeah, I do.
It says T-Well.
It says T-Well.
embroidered on the back.
Not embroidered, it's magic marker.
Magic marker.
Yeah, so they're like, okay,
you're old school. You're old school.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right.
Man.
That's right. And I got one of
guys.
the old leather ones. I ain't got that daggone Velcro crap that starts, getting flimsy on you after about several months.
I used to have my little gym bag with my little supplies in it. I had my wrist wraps.
Yeah.
I had my belt.
Yeah.
I had my knee wraps.
And if anybody wrist straps, what are wrist straps used for? Well, when you go over there on the Smith machine or the squat rack and you want to get that real good stretch on your lats, you're going wide, you stretch your arms out, you strap them bad boys up so you won't lose your grip, and you go to work.
I used to have in my wrist wear-outs from the wrist straps where they wore out in here. And then they did have this pair I liked too that had like a piece of foam in each one. So I used to wear those. But I wore those even when I was doing like barbell curls or I'd wrap the bar. I never liked workout gloves. It always felt awkward to me. I just couldn't wear workout gloves. It was always straps.
Well, at least you had calluses on your hand to pimp slap somebody.
No baby hands. No baby hands. Right. Oh man. But like I said, especially back workouts, wrist straps are used for. But even when I was doing like barbell curls and dumbbell curls, I would still use them. It just, I liked that. It was tight,
Yeah.
But for legs, we train legs, like I said, hamstrings we did first. From there, started like 4 sets of squats. Didn't always go for, most of the time didn't really keep the repetitions below 6. They're usually stopped at 6, That was always kind of the way. One guy I worked out with, though, the guy Claudio, he was very much into the numbers of everything. It was like everything we did had to go 12, 10, 8, 6. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, because...
And I was like, well, what if you could get 7? He would stop.
Because I know
he was just like a machine, but it was like, I always like... In a way, it was like, to me, it was like, sometimes you don't have to count.
I want to count. I want to count. I want to count because I want to see my progress. Because I notice, like right now.
You one of the guys that counts out loud.
No, I count. Yeah, right.
Oh, you know one of those guys. I worked out with a guy.
No, I'm like this. I'm like this here. I'll have my iPod on my arm.
Oh, the
I have
fancy
my music
iPod on the arm.
Man,
Man.
and I'm locked. Yeah, exactly. I'm blocked out, man. I'm blocked. No, iPhone is off. No interruptions. That's my free time. That's
Electronics. He was all electronic hooked up. Back in the day, he had a Walkman.
You right.
With a cassette tape in it.
You right. Had my pouch full, man. I'm gone.
In his fanny pack.
That's right. Oh,
and then he graduated to the CD player.
No. Believe it or not, when the CD player came came out, nah, man, I still had the Walkman.
Oh, he wouldn't give it up.
Nah,
his
man.
tapes were already pre-mixed.
That's right.
He's not gonna. He had
right.
pre-mixed tapes. When you with the CDs, he wasn't burning them.
That's right.
He wasn't burning them. He already had his soul tape. He had his workout tape. He had his cardio tape.
That's right. That's right.
The mixed tapes.
So basically,
what was in the mixtape?
Oh man, a mixture of everything.
You like some really old school.
Exactly. Something that's going to really keep me moving through my workout. Something where my intensity level is going to be off the charts, where everybody be like, this dude is moving.
Now notice, he's saying intensity levels off the charts with his music. Was it Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. James Brown. Who else? Breakwater. I mean, Shalimar. I mean,
Off the chart intense.
The Isley
Intense,
Brothers.
Jamal. The Isley Brothers intensity.
So it's like, man, it's a mixture. And now
It's not too much of mixture.
Now with the iPod, man, you talking about everything from
1,000 songs.
From Ray Charles all the way down to MJ.
Michael Jackson, he's getting
Man.
down.
Really?
Oh
Getting
yeah.
down, that's it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's man, it's just
Does
dial
the
it up
music
a bit.
play that much of a big part? Like, if you're going to squat and Michael Jackson comes on, do you get more into the workout or do you change the song?
It depends on, like, most of Michael's songs I have on there are just off of his Off the Wall album and maybe Thriller. That's it.
All right.
All
So if
fast
Beat It
beat.
came on, you might keep doing the squats.
No.
But if it's Man in the Mirror, you might change the song.
No, not even man. I don't even have Man in the Mirror on there nowhere. Sorry, man. Sorry. It's something like you want to be starting something. You know what I mean? Or Off the Wall,
Yeah.
But or other stuff that people wouldn't be able to relate to, like Cool in the Gang, Open Sesame, whatever body part I'm training to on that time,
Right.
or this one here. This will be a shock to everybody.
Yeah.
What's my boy's name? Oh yeah, I'm talking about Clocks.
Clocks, that's his name?
No, the music, Clocks. I can't think of the group right now, but
Look him up. I'm going to put it right in Google right now. We're going for Clocks.
But when Clocks come
All
on,
I'm getting is clocks. I'm getting timepieces.
but whenever Clocks come on, I tear whatever body part is I'm training on at that time. It's gone. So it depends on what what body part I'm training. Whatever comes on at that time, it gets tore up. Tore up. Whatever
That's it.
body part I'm training.
That's the song. When that comes on and that song plays, forget it's over.
That's it.
Oh man.
All right, so calves training. Do you train your calves once a week or more?
Twice.
Why?
I train for heavy. I train a heavy workout for calves, and I do my burnout for calves.
So you do a heavy
Lighter
workout?
weight,
and
heavy
a light
workout. Yeah,
Do you train every body part twice a week or once?
twice. Every body part.
Okay.
Twice a week.
Are you more of a 3 on, 1 off type of guy?
No, 4 on, 3 off.
So
Monday and Tuesday,
you're
I'm
doing
training
2 body parts a day.
3
body parts a day.
3 body parts a day. I got that from the big boys out of Muscle and Fitness, the Olympians, as they called themselves.
You think they wrote those articles?
No,
Somebody did.
somebody did.
Somebody
That's
did,
right.
and that's all that matters.
That's right.
Did you ever try 1 body part a day?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I first started lifting, everybody was doing, well, take that back. When I first started lifting, it was from my dad, and we did the same workout every day. We went in the gym, and it was like, we would just do, we would start off with benching, then we would go to triceps,
Right.
then we'd go to biceps,
Right.
then we'd do some shoulders, and then we go home. We did some back, but he never trained legs, so for me it was like I knew I wanted to take it seriously, and I remember I went in and I did hire a trainer for like a 3-session package, and it came with a nutritional plan, so I'm like, you know what, let me try this out. This guy was a really good bodybuilder from the area. He was like a former Mr. Connecticut guy, and he gave me the meal plan, and he took me through. It was the 3-on-1 off workout. So the first day was, I believe it was like chest and arms, and then I think it was back and shoulders. Okay. And then it was legs, and then a day off, and then start again.
Here's what I would do split. I would do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday would be only reserved for my cardio work. But I would do the 3 body parts. I would do chest, back, and buys, which I'm still doing now. Format of chest, back, and buys Monday. Tuesday, legs, shoulders, and tries. Wednesday now, because I threw a boomerang into it. So Wednesday now I'm coming back with what I trained with Monday, chest, back, and buys. And that's all burnout. Everything is all light reps. All lightweight and more reps.
Well, I didn't start going to doing I started training with a different guy. I trained with that guy Claudio, and we did the 3-on-1 off for a whole year. And like I said, he was a guy that everything we did was 4 sets. Everything we did was 10, 12, 10, 8, 6 for repetitions.
Right.
And then, during that time period was when Dorian Yates just came out, and he was training for the Mr. Olympia, and the whole thing was on like heavy duty style training, and it was more 1 body part a day. And when we first made that switch, I'll tell you, I didn't feel like I was doing enough. I'm like, really? Like, this is all I'm going to do?
Right.
And I saw like the same results, and was felt stronger.
Right.
But, so you'd see your strength gains go up and stuff. And I've always pretty much stuck with that one from there.
Okay.
But, then we changed it so then it was, Monday was chest. Sometimes I would mix it up, though, because most of the time in the gym, Monday is chest day for everybody.
Right, yeah.
So I would go in and do legs. I'll do your favorite. I'll do legs on Monday because nobody's doing legs. You get right on the squat rack, get on that leg press, no problem.
Right.
Nobody's on it. So, that's the busiest day of the gym. All right, so, T-Well.
Yeah.
I think we're out of time.
I see.
So what we're going to have to do is bring you back.
No problem.
Bring you back on, all right? Talk about your training. Talk about your triceps, your biceps, your chest, your back, your calves. Are you ready?
Well, I'm ready, man. I'm born ready.
Well, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah. Before we go, I want to give a few shout-outs. I want to thank super producer Omar. I want to thank you, Brian, for having me here.
Yeah.
I want to thank my brother Andre.
Yep.
And everybody out there that supports me and is behind me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And God bless you.
Great to have you again. I'll have you back soon. And it was great having you here. So thank you.
All right.
And to all listeners, thank you for listening to this edition of The Body Shop. Listen to us Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. and only here on FTNS. Thank you.